Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya. I'm Qocaman. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Aliyev, and First Lady Mehriban Aliyev attended the opening of Courtyard by Marriott Baku Hotel. Thanks to President İlham Aliyev's vision of the future at a time when the world is experiencing financial and economic difficulties, the dire consequences of the pandemic, not a single socio-economic project has been postponed in our country. Consistent activities in connection with the development of tourism infrastructure, including the commissioning of modern hotels, play a large role in ensuring a more successful transition into the post-pandemic period in our country. This hotel complex was built by a chain of hotels with a special image in Europe and the world. The construction and commissioning of hotels of this type in Azerbaijan belonging to world brands in recent years indicate that a favorable investment climate reigns in our country, and Azerbaijan, which is considered the economic center of the region, is at the forefront in the tourism sector. The Courtyard by Marriott Baku Hotel has 365 rooms, a meeting room, gym, and restaurant. The commissioning of such modern hotel complexes contributes to the development of the country's non-oil sector, plays an important role in the socio-economic development of the capital, and serves as an impetus for the hotel business to reach a relatively new level. The Second Karabakh War is our glorious history. This history will live in the hearts of the Azerbaijani people forever. It was a celebration of justice. It was a celebration of a pride, a celebration of a national dignity. Emphasizing that the occupying army was defeated in the 40-day war, President İlham Aliyev also put forward his proposal on how Armenia should behave from now on. The opposing side must come to terms with the realities of the post-conflict period and strive to achieve an agreement on regional cooperation with all neighbors.
After the victory in the patriotic war, the Azerbaijani state is consistently taking the initiative of turning a new page of cooperation for the South Caucasus. Undoubtedly, this initiative has a purpose, not only leading defeated Armenia towards compromise and clarifying the current situation, but also to become a message for the neighboring countries that declared priorities of the post-conflict period, as well as other states in some way connected to the region. Because even though a new government was not formed as a result of the elections held in Armenia on June 20th, subversive statements of Yerevan officials who are clinging to the old mindset present certain threats to the security. Currently, forces with a relatively positive attitude towards Armenia, speaking from a united platform, are forced to explain that Yerevan's destructiveness directly creates issues in the formation of a coalition which envisages transport communication cooperation in the region. There is only one way for Armenia to develop, to establish normal relations with its neighbors, give up their territorial claims, and not use the word Nagorno-Karabakh at all. Because there is no territorial unit called Nagorno-Karabakh, there is no concept of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. I have said this many times, and I want to say it again, that the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict has been resolved. Armenia must accept it and work with us to determine the borders. A working group on delimitation should be established. There must be preparations for a peace agreement, said President İlham Aliyev. According to the leading think tanks, Armenia is by no means considered an attractive partner for regional cooperation, while the ongoing political confrontation and the possible coup scenario, as well as economic chaos and migration in Armenia, pose a great risk for those wishing to invest in the defeated country. Today, as President İlham Aliyev stated, the only way out of the crisis for Armenia is to join the projects that Azerbaijan and Turkey value and put an end to enmity. To that end, it is necessary first and foremost to abandon the absurd idea of the status of Karabakh, to start delimiting borders and launch concrete work to sign an extensive peace agreement. The existence of Lochinu in the international law, certain centers which in many cases turn a blind eye to the obvious violations of legal norms by Armenia, do not exclude the possibility that the defeated side, which signed the agreements on November 10th and January 11th, may try to abandon these documents on a case-by-case basis. In particular, Yerevan is trying to use every opportunity to prevent the commissioning of the Zangezur corridor, mislead Russia, Iran, the European Union, the United States, and even China and India about the futility of this project. The introduction at the meeting of the Armenian-Russian Intergovernmental Commission in Moscow on the discussion of the deployment of the 102nd Russian military base on the territory of Zangezur means that the enemy seeks to jeopardize the fate of this project. Naturally, contrary to geopolitical interests, such provocative steps are unlikely to receive any real support. Moreover, the active, purposeful work of the President of Azerbaijan, the states and international organizations, the manifestation of practical results of this work in the patriotic war, the increase in the number of Azerbaijan's military partners, leave no doubt that any escalation by Armenia in the South Caucasus will entail grave consequences for it.
The trial on the criminal case against 14 members of the Armenian armed groups who committed provocative terrorist and other criminal acts on the Azerbaijani territory continues. At the hearing held in Baku court on grave crimes and chaired by Judge Afgan Aliyev, the accused testified. It should be noted that a group of Armenian citizens illegally acquired firearms, the components, ammunition, explosives and devices, and established armed groups not provided by law. On November 26 to 27, 2020, these persons illegally crossed the state border of Azerbaijan, and the former organized group took up combat positions in the forest part of the Hadrut village of the Qocaman district. Until December 13, 2020, the defendants committed provocative and terrorist acts in this territory. The trial on the criminal case against 13 members of the Armenian terrorist group also continues. At the trial chaired by the judge of the Baku court on grave crimes, Eldar Ismailov, the composition of the court and the public prosecutor was introduced, and the accused were explained their rights. The defendants said during the trial that they were satisfied with the course of the preliminary investigation and the conditions of detention, and that no pressure was exerted on them. Azerbaijan and Turkey signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation on the human rights sphere. Ombudsman Sabina Aliyeva stressed the significance of the document for the activity of both institutions. Chairman of the Human Rights and Equality Institution of Turkey, Süleyman Arslan, said he is going to conduct an assessment mission in the territories of Azerbaijan, previously liberated from Armenian occupation in the Second Karabakh War of 2020, with the Turkish delegation in Azerbaijan. The visit will last until July 2nd. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.